Karting isn't just speed. It's control, precision, freedom. At Atlanta Motorsports Park, Kart Freedom isn't just a team. It's where drivers are made.
You know, I'm really starting to like this go-karting thing.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, can I show you this cute dress I just got?
Yes, of course. Oh my goodness, it's so cute.
I just love shopping.
I love shopping too.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you guys say you like shopping?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Well, dude, I have the perfect place to do that at. ShopPayCara.com. At ShopPayCara.com, you can get free shipping on orders $200 or more. You can get anything you want, like MXC rims, gloves, rib vests, shoes, anything that you need, all at ShopPayCara.com.
Who is he talking to?
No idea.
But we're gonna have to check it out. Sounds like a great deal.
Sure does.
Cat food marketing. $9.99 a month.
Dude, Caleb, wake up. Dude, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go, come on. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so sorry. Xander had me in a cat food marketing meeting till like 2 a.m. last night.
Come on, man.
Do you have anything I can drink?
Dude, I got the perfect thing for you. Perico, it's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Perico, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, magnesium, B12, B6,
Yeah, it's good.
B5, biotin, and zero sugar? Pericazo! Try Perico, made with natural ingredients, organic caffeine, and supports your metabolism. Try the new official energy drink of Kart Chaser.
Garrett!
Let's go race.
Come on, man.
This is Henry. Henry feels sad. Henry feels sad because it's time for his next big race and his go-kart is in bits. Henry doesn't know that Acceleration Kart Racing is the United States' #1 shop for all of your karting equipment needs. Henry also doesn't know that Acceleration Kart Racing can deliver anything from tires to race suits and even wheels directly to your front door or to the racetrack itself quickly and efficiently, with tech support available 6 days a week. Poor Henry doesn't even know that Acceleration Kart Racing offers free shipping to mainland USA on selected product if you spend $200 or more. Do yourself a favor. Go to accelerationkarting.com and make sure that you are never left stuck on the pre-grid with Henry. Be smart and don't be like Henry.
Welcome to the future of kart race preparation. Kart Sim Pro North America. Featuring laser-scanned North American kart circuits and precision-tuned kart physics developed using real telemetry, dyno and tyre data, Kart Sim Pro North America delivers the most advanced and realistic kart simulation experience available today. Whether you're training for race day, refining your lines, or shaving tenths off your personal best, Kart Sim Pro gives you pro-level insight without leaving your home. Trusted by world champions, coaches, and karting enthusiasts alike, this is where virtual practice translates into real-world performance. Experience the thrill, the challenge, and the edge. Kart Sim Pro North America. Use code CHASER20 to get 20% off today.
Hi, I'm Jackson with Alpha Race Hub. Alpha is an all-in-one motorsports software solution that can solve all the software problems you need for your track, facility, or series. Alpha can cover all your software bases, from online registration, digital e-waivers, a proprietary timing and scoring software, incident management, automated points tabulation, tire and barcode scanning. We even have our own mobile timing app and rental kart activity management software. If you're looking to consolidate your motorsports software solutions, reach out to us at alphatiming.co.uk.
Motor. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning if you're not watching this live, whenever you may be watching it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Apex Karting Championships here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. It's the Southeast Region finale, the final round here, the coup de grace, the main event, whatever you'd like to call it. But this is qualifying for the afternoon. If you joined us this morning, you saw some great runs out of the KA Junior Masters and Seniors and the IME Mini and Micros. Well, we put those to the side, and this afternoon it's all about the Brigs. It's the 206s, and it's going to be a great afternoon of racing, of running, of great action here. Qualifying, 6 minutes of qualifying. What's the goal of qualifying? It's put down the best lap you absolutely can, and it's set this race up for a great finale. It's myself, Bradley Dalton here, joined by Taylor Burris, sir. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Good afternoon to everyone out here as we get set for our qualifying session with the 206 Briggs Masters who are out there on the circuit. Currently, right now, it is Eric Fagan at the top of the leaderboard right now with about a decent gap. He's got about half a tenth over the next driver behind him of Mr. Cale Martin. Then Jeff Chalmers round out your top three. Quick look at the point standings right now in the Briggs Masters division. It is Eric Fagan who holds the position right now in the championship over Brad Davis and Troy Toney, your top three. Cale Martin sits in fourth with Todd Barron rounding out your top five in the championship right now. Currently about a 22-point margin between Eric Fagan and Brad Davis.
22-point margin that can swing wildly over the course of a weekend to see who is going to be crowned the Southeast Region champion here as qualifying is running through. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to go. If you are joining us live here on Kart Chaser, appreciate you joining us here. If you're joining us live trackside, of course, here at Echo Park Speedway here through in Georgia. Well, it's not Echo Park Speedway. Why did I say Echo Park? I'm thinking oval in my head. I'm thinking oval in my head for some reason. I was getting ready for something else for tomorrow. But if you're thinking that you're joining us here in Dawson, Georgia, here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, it is a balmy, warm 78 degrees outside. And I tell you what, 78 degrees outside, that's a good feeling day here in Georgia. I love spring. Kicked off yesterday, and well, we kick off the day of spring with some go-karts and with some fast racing here. 206 Masters up first.
Absolutely, as they work their way through, and yeah, here in Dawsonville, which is of course home to the famous Elliott family, as they work their way through with qualifying just under 3 minutes left to go here. Todd Barron currently holds pole position right now with a 102.109. Just as I say that, Eric Fagan to the top with a 101.90 with Todd Barron right there behind him as they work their way through. How about some big movers and shakers in the point stand, or not point standings, the running order in qualifying right now. Chris Orenkia and Joshua Smoker both picking up 14 spots and 10 spots as they broke into the top 10.
Everybody trying to pick up some time here, pull some time through. Big shout out to our drone operator here, because look at this. Oh, look at the bump coming through from the 405 there of Eric Fagan, fifth in line there, giving a good shove to the fourth place card. I don't think he was prepared to slow down that much, but look at this run. I mean, this is just, you got to wonder, do the drivers hear the drone behind them and think, what the crap is happening? Or do the drivers behind see the drone and go, all right, I'm going to chase this down?
Some of them are seeing that drone, and I figured, you know what, let's chase it down and have a little fun with it, is what I would probably try and do as they work their way around the circuit. And some of them are outrunning that drone as we are on board with it as they crest over the top of the hill before entering into that downward, then quickly roller coaster style corner where you have to then go up the hill here. Curious to see how those 206 carts will be able to manage keeping them from not bogging down as they crest up over the hill.
Tell you what, I am loving the drone shots here going through. This has been one of the fun things of the weekend here. Whenever we were getting queued up for this weekend, I saw a drone operator. I said, all right, we'll see how this goes. And then, of course, well, now we're seeing the results of it, getting some of the shots here, and you can truly get a sense of speed going through. One of the things that I always find that the cameras don't communicate as well as the sense of just how fast these karts are going around this track. And again, this is 0.8 of a mile in just over 62 seconds is the average time we're seeing right now. 62 to 63 seconds is what we're seeing on a lap. So that drone getting right down there and personal really gives you the sense of speed.
Absolutely, here as we are closing in on the final couple of seconds left in this qualifying session, and I gotta say, it's going to be a close one to see if Fagan or Barron will take home the top step with qualifying. How about Ryan Curtin picking up some spots? He breaks into the top 5 with his qualifying time with a 102.57. These drivers try to get that last little bit extra.
Danny May pulling into the pits there, not completing his final lap, so he has called it quits a lap early here. He's currently setting P3 with a 101.920. His last lap was his fastest lap, but the thing that we saw all morning that I'm wondering if it'll hold true this afternoon is the more that times run through, do we continue to see the last lap in qualifying be the fastest lap in qualifying? I don't know if that will be the case, but we're going to find out here. Final laps will be coming across the board. Danny May's 101.920 is the best time. Can anyone top that here as they come across the line? Barron, Fagan, Davis, Martin, they do not. Sebastian Velasquez up into P8. Bunner, King, Calmers all hold steady. J. Brian Williams is in. That's a name I recognize. Troy Toney, that's a name I recognize as well that holds on going through. So lots of names shuffling through. 23 karts take on the Briggs Masters, and Danny May pulls off a lap early with a 101.920, says, I set the fastest time. I have no need to worry about it.
Incredible pace there for Danny May in that 409 machine, as there you see the rest of the field coming in. That's Chris Orenkia there coming into his pit scale line, as well as the 470 machine also making his way out of the scale lines here, as that looks like to be the 409. That's your pulse sitter of Danny May.
Look at him getting that cart loaded up onto the cart stand here as they go, and they're going to roll it through. Gives a glimpse over at the drone and says, what you looking at? I'm just casually setting a 101, the only driver to get into the 101s the entire run, so nothing to worry about there. Family looking on, friends looking on, enjoying their run. Kid giving the drone a second look, saying, what you looking at? You ain't got nothing to look at here. There's karts on track. You don't need to look at me. As Briggs Masters qualifying is done and dusted, that's going to be a competitive class. And for those of you who don't know about Briggs Masters, I don't think we touched on this. It's 30 and older, and it's 390 pounds kart and driver combined. Now, let me tell you, there are some wild karts that you can see go through on the Masters every once in a while. And then we pivot from here. That's what's funny. We pivot from the Masters to the Micros.
From one of the oldest categories in our group to one of the youngest categories in our group, Micros next here on the docket. Those should be released here momentarily.
Schedule says the official time for them to roll out is going to be 2:04 p.m. and they are keeping right and true to schedule here at Apex Karting Championships. One of the things you gotta love is when things go smooth, they stick right to the exact prescribed times. They are not playing around here, not trying to send people extra early, not sending people late either. It's right on time. And there's 2:04 p.m. on my clock. Is my clock fast? Is my clock on time? We'll see here in just a moment when the karts go rolling, and my clock's right on time, it looks like. Karts are now rolling. Green flag is out for this qualifying session. Again, remember they kick out of the final corner. That gets things rolling here for Micro. They cross the line. The first lap will either be a lap that you look at and you go, okay, they're off the pace, or it's going to be a lap that you look at and you go, okay, nope, nothing to worry about. And, well, look at the names here in 206 Micro qualifying.
Well, we got a returning favorite, Mr. Spencer Height, along with Caden Pratt. Pretty much the entire group that we just saw, except for a couple of newcomers like Jude Boss, Ethan Walls, and Michael Icarino, who is in that 206 machine as they work their way through. Currently, we'll give you a quick update for the championship in your Briggs Micro division. Currently, at the moment, it is Spencer Height, once again, looking to lead the charge in the championship there, and he has also been undefeated in the Briggs Micro Championship. as the field gets themselves ready to go here. Currently, he has a significant lead in this championship as well. 800 Maddox Knives, who's not here with us this weekend, currently 713 points as he sits in second place. So you're looking at just under a 100-point difference between your top two in the championship. And currently, except for Caden Pridemore, is the only other driver who's competed this season joining us here this weekend.
Yeah, this is going to be, in terms of championship runs, I think it's pretty well you can seal it. I think the big thing is going to be how the racing goes through this weekend and who can take on Spencer Height here. First laps getting put in here across the line. Again, I say the first lap is a write-off, but for Spencer Height, he put a 106.5 and it was a 108.3 from Icarino and Pridemore. So we'll see what that goes through. Few karts off there. Not sure what's happened there, but I see 3 karts sitting off to the side. That's a weird situation to find them in. I don't know why they're all sitting there.
Well, they all got tangled up. That's the 233 of Jude Boss involved, and then I couldn't catch the other two as the barrier was kind of blocking the way.
I believe that, I want to say that's Remy and Jackson Sloan that were the other ones involved, because I don't see them putting in times yet. There's the 231 of Spencer Height still rolling through. Remy Boss just went across the line. Ethan Walls just went across the line. So at least Jackson Sloan and Jude Boss, possibly Michael Icarino was in that as well, I'd have to say, which is going to be a big deal for that 206, because that was the second place kart so far in terms of pace.
Yeah, that's not a good situation. Hopefully they can get it going again and continue on with this qualifying session. But I think it's safe to say their day is done as we watch Spencer Height with, once again, looking to go for 2 championships, both in the micro and the 206 micro division.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those that watching for Spencer Height going for that double championship is going to be big. We'll see if Spencer Height can really capitalize on the weekend here. I think this afternoon is going to be a bit more challenging than this morning. It is warmer out there. It is sunny. The sun is going to be baking things here. The 206 is a little bit different of a package here. These Briggs micros, a little bit different of a package compared to the IAME micros. So I'm curious to see how Spencer Height can capitalize here as times are continuing to come in. Remy Boss coming across last time through 104.8, 1.4 seconds off of Spencer Height. So even though it's a different package, I don't know that Spencer really has anything to worry about. Karts continuing to come through here as the drone chases Spencer Height. I think maybe the only thing faster than Spencer Height this weekend has been this drone. And even then, I mean, you can see he's behind. I don't know if the drone can overtake Spencer Height. That's not a challenge, for the record, if the drone pilot is listening. It's not a challenge, but I am curious to see here with Spencer Height how the weekend runs, and really with these micros, again, we talk about this, but this is our youngest group. This is ages 7 to 10, 245 pounds, and they're running the red slide, the .440 slide on those Briggs engines. It limits the horsepower a bit more. Make sure that they're not driving something that they can't handle at this age, at this weight.
Currently, right now, no other changes. Spencer Height. How about Remy Boss making some improvement? We saw him racing in the Miami Micro Division earlier this morning and comes out here and showcase some great pace right now for him amongst the competitors in qualifying here as he tries to close the gap. He's currently a second and a half, though, behind Spencer Height.
Crazy to see those gaps sit there so far with 30 seconds to go in Briggs Micro qualifying. Just seeing those gaps where they're at. I think the gap can close, but for the first time, we've seen someone not continually improve on laps. Spencer Height that time, a 103.489, not improving on his best time of a 103.269. So again, the afternoon heat showing a little bit different. Remember, the tires that you're on now, this is the best these tires will be because these tires have to get you through the entire weekend here in this Briggs Micro class. You have to run the same tires for all 4 sessions, so you're genuinely getting the best out of the tires right now. Ethan Walls crosses the line, is the first kart to take the checkered flag here. 108.1 will be his best time here. The 218 and the 206, Sloan and Icario are coming up now across the line here. And we'll see what times they get coming through if they improve. Sloan holds in 5th. Icarino holds in 4th. Next coming through will be Spencer Height coming down the hill here. And for Spencer Height, not an improvement on time again, but still is locked in that front position here with a pretty good margin. Remy Boss last time was a 105.0. Caden Pridemore last time was a 104.9. They'll be the final 2 karts to come across the line. What times do they get? Caden Pridemore locks it in 3rd. And across the line comes Remy Boss with a 104.8. So locked in there. Spencer Height, though, dominating that morning, dominating the afternoon. And as they roll down into the scales here, there is your qualifying results, unofficial there. We're going to step aside here at Kart Chaser, take a quick break. When we come back, it's 206 senior qualifying coming at you here from Atlanta Motorsports Park.
Macron Motorsports builds champions every day, drivers who won on the world stage. The Tillotson T4 Series is pure spec racing. Same engine, same chassis. When you win, it's because you were the best that day. Your edge is not the kart, it's the setup, the strategy, and the race team. With our Arrive and Drive program, you simply bring your gear, we provide the equipment and the championship-winning support to every event. Stop wrenching, start racing. Your path to the T4 Nations Cup in Spain starts with us. For more information, contact us at macronmotorsports.net.
Are you ready to get behind the wheel? From Formula One to NASCAR and IndyCar, all the pros start here. For more information, check us out online at mcckarting.com or call us and go racing today.
Gee, looks like we're missing the engine. What the hell am I supposed to tag?
What do you mean? It's my Greyhound. It's all I need.
Where's the rest of it?
It doesn't matter. It's a Greyhound.
You gotta make way. Okay, you're good.
Sitting by here with Kyle, our race winner. Tell me how you did it. You were blazing fast out there, and I mean, you don't even have a go-kart, man. Tell me about it.
Yeah, you know, Norberg, Schmorberg, the Greyhound-powered Greyhound was great today. You know, it makes the difference. And the team's been working really hard back at the shop, and, you know, just shout out Greyhound.
Thank you, Kyle. How the f did you just win?
Doesn't matter. It's a Greyhound.
Are you stuck with your kart racing? Not sure of the ideal kart setup? Or going to a track for the first time? Well, Kart Class has the answers for you. Our online portal has a wealth of experience and knowledge to help your kart racing. From kart setup advice to track guides that are targeted specifically to your circuit, or the driver coaching aspects with mindset, racecraft and driving techniques. If you want to take your karting to the next level, visit us at kartclass.com.
Are you looking to take the next step in your racing journey? Well, look no further than PitFit.
With 2 locations in Charlotte, North Carolina and Indianapolis, Indiana, PitFit trains drivers all the way from grassroots level karting to IndyCar and NASCAR, with top-of-the-line personalized coaching to improve physical and cognitive fitness.
For more information on programs, check out PitFit on Instagram or Facebook today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Kart Chaser, where we're bringing you the Apex Karting Championship Southeast Region, round number 3 from Atlanta Motorsport Park here. It's myself, Brad Dalton, joined in by Taylor Burris here. 206 seniors are out and rolling, and we've got 18 karts out on track, and we continue to roll here for qualifying as we go. 25 karts, 26 karts. We'll see what that final number sits at here for their 6 minutes of qualifying here in 206 senior, all about getting the best time in that you can. This is 15 years and older group with 365 pounds total driver and kart minimum here as they go through. 26 karts appear to be on track right now, and we'll see how 26 karts get around Atlanta here, Taylor.
Absolutely. Taking a look at the championship here, it is currently Henry Wheeler who has just about a 50-point advantage over Levi Getz in second. Of course, last round's winner, Christopher McKeithen, sits in the 10th position in the championship, looking to try to see if he can go back-to-back as he tries to do so. Henry Wheeler did not have the best of races out over in Jacksonville with an 11th place finish, so looking to try to improve, and lost some valuable points to Levi Getz last time out as he finished second. So a lot of points up in the air. A lot can happen here, especially as we watch the drivers working their way through for the opening laps. Mark Steele, who we've seen race quite often over at the amazing MCC circuit, which we'll see their season get ready to kick off for their karting here in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, taking a look up and down this 206 senior qualifying, there's a lot of names on here that you should be familiar with if you've watched Kart Chaser to any degree here. The Sakina, Ryan and Jack Sakina is in there. Luke DaCosta is there. Anthony Nunez is there. Colton Kelly, Sam Tutwiler, Alex Zaculio, who we saw this morning. Mark Steele, of course. Henry Wheeler, your current points leader. Jackson Miller going through. Bobby Krug, Bradbury, Logan Hickman, Zoe Porter, Danny May. I mean, there's a lot of good names here on this list going through. And right now, in terms of times, well, let's shuffle the board up really quick and really see who's where. Andrew Bradbury, a 101.783, tied with Jack Sukina, who ran a 101.783. Yes, that is correct. You see that gap, 0.000. They ran identical times across the line. That is impressive. And remember, because Bradbury put it in first, he gets to hold P1.
Absolutely. And how about Henry Wheeler right there in the third position? Not too far behind. And I know, given the fact of how much time's left, he can try to make it work to have a shot of going for the pole position here in the heat races later today. As a couple of other drivers have been making some steady improvements as well. Zoe Porter as well has moved up into the top 15. Jackson Miller also holding on. Bobby Krug got to pick it up a little bit out there in his Krug Racing Services machine as they come out of the final corner for this run. And who does make the improvements? Bradbury to the top so far, still holding on. How about Avery Schwalm, who moves up to the new fast time with Aiden Lieber right there in second place. Ryan Zucchini and Jack Zucchini also hold the top five as Mark Steele and Sam Tutwiler respond with a 1:69.
That's a very, very nice time for Mark Steele coming up in that 934 kart to get up into first place here, going through. And you can see the benefit of having a friend here, getting a little bit of a bump down the back straightaway, down the front side straightaway here, going into the double left-hander, that double apex. If you can set that up right and you get the bump draft into it, that can give you about a quarter of a second potentially, if not more, to really work through. And being in a train of karts can help you out as well if you can get a little bit of draft going, a little bit of group going here. As we see crossing over the line into the final corner we go, dive down and in and continuing through. And well, I saw a big disorganization from that group there that was in the middle. I see them going side by side. Guys, this is qualifying, not the race, not what you need here, because that doesn't help your times. Mark Steele still holding the best time with a 1:690. It's a 1:716 Tutwiler. That was Schwalm, Lieber, Sakinas, Bradbury, Hickman that all crossed the line together. So as they all have crossed the line going along here, Wheeler shakes things up, Nunez shakes things up, Jacobson Gwingo shakes things up. This is just kind of a run of going through, and Steele and Tutwiler, they set even faster times. They're still holding in the sub 1 minute category now.
Absolutely. I got to say, Mark Steele, I've been impressed with for the past year or so with his pace around the circuit, any circuit he goes to, mostly over at MCC. But really, I've been impressed with how he's been able to keep consistent runs all throughout his competition, as Sam Tutwiler's right there in the mix. I got to say, he might have one last lap to try something here in the closing stages for this qualifying session as they come across the line. Who is able to make some improvements? We're about to find out. No one as far as anyone in the top 3. Henry Wheeler does move into the 5th spot after picking up 10 positions.
It's a big improvement there from Henry Wheeler to find that time coming through. Now, I will say this too, though. In qualifying, you know, you're looking for the quickest time, but remember, qualifying doesn't reward points. It's the heats, it's the final that rewards you points. So if you don't have the best qualifying, but you have some strong racecraft, it can truly make all the difference here, as we are seeing those times start to erode away here at this point, running through. And again, this is something we didn't see this morning. Everything this morning indicated that the more laps these drivers ran, the faster they were going to get. And here this afternoon, it's been the more laps these drivers run. After about lap 4, it feels like we're hitting a plateau and nobody's really gaining time.
It seems to be the case here as we see these last few seconds here across the line. Checkered flag is out. No improvement for Avery Schwalm, who was up at the leaderboard at one point. And as they cross the line, Henry Wheeler has already come across the line. He will start in the 4th position. How about Zaculio? Does they make improvements? No. It's going to be Mark Steele, your pole sitter, over Sam Tutwiler.
Impressive times to see there as the field all peel in here to Tech. 26 karts strong in this qualifying session, and it's 8 1/1000ths of a second that separated the front there. That is a impressive margin to see here as we get things going here for Briggs Senior qualifying. They are all in the line. It looks like they should all be able to squeeze in without blocking up the track here. So looking pretty good here as we go along and around. Next class coming out is 206 Mini. Again, we kind of bounce in the class levels. We went from the oldest to the youngest. We went to the second oldest. Now we go to the second youngest here. Briggs Mini, ages 9 to 12, 255 pounds, and they're running the .490 green slide here. So again, a little bit more power than mini or the micros, a little bit less power than juniors, less power than seniors and masters, a little bit heavier. It's going to be interesting to see how they go through as we get ready to run this mini qualifying session. And green flag is set for 206 Mini qualifying here for their 6 minutes to run, as these karts will now start pulling out on track here. And again, some of our names from this morning show up. Liam 4 is in the mix here. Ruben Greer is in the mix here. Bo Stowers is in as well. Total of 11 karts running this afternoon here for Briggs Mini qualifying.
Quick little look at the championship for your Briggs Mini Championship. It is still Ruben Greer who is at the top of the leaderboard, and then Bo Stowers second in the standings. The gap between those two is 4 points between the two of them. Liam 4 sits in third, who is also here with us this weekend. He's looking to try to see if he can hunt down 27 points between now and the end of this weekend. Of course, last time out, it was Hank Lai who set the fastest lap and ended up winning over in Jacksonville.
It'll be interesting to see how Bo Stowers and Ruben Greer handle with each other here running along, as they are fairly close together here on track as we run through. So I'm curious to see if they work with each other, work against each other, what the game plan is going to be for them as they go along here as we get the first qualifying session lap in for Mini. And well, judging by the fact that we're already seeing side by side, did anyone remind Mini that they're qualifying first? Because again, we see them hardcore side by side running here. It's going to be important for them to work together a little bit here at the moment. That's the 187 of Robbie No, who is right there on the outside. On the inside together there, I mean, look at that. That is just, guys, we're qualifying, not racing.
No, they're out there to put on a show for us here in qualifying with 4 minutes to go. Ryan Hall currently sets the fastest lap, but I have a feeling that's about to change here as they come through this nice sweeping right-hander before they break down hard into the hairpin. Coming out of the final corner, they will go. Let's see who's able to improve upon their lap times on this opening lap for them. And it is Anderson Hemphill who will go up to the top of the leaderboard with a 101.61. Bo Stowers, Ryan Hall round out your top three so far.
It's going to be interesting to really see how this 9 to 12-year-old group handles this track through. I always kind of say it, you see the minis and the micros sometimes able to take advantage of slightly different lines that we can't see in junior, senior, and masters, just due to the weight difference and the power difference. And some of it, too, is just due to age difference. Sometimes in junior, senior, and masters, they're not willing to try different lines compared to what we see in mini and micro. But so far, looking at it, the only real difference that I see is that last corner is really where I feel like I'm seeing any difference in how these karts are running. They're not kind of sweeping it out as wide and tucking it in. Oh, that's two karts together into the wall.
Oh, tough break for some of our competitors right there. That's the 124 machine of Hemphill. That's your pole sitter. And the 109 of Hall, who is up at the front of the field. You can see the frustration between the both of them. They are out of this qualifying session.
And that will get the karts going here as track officials work to get those karts cleared from the final corner. That is a dangerous spot for those karts to be sitting. We'll see how this gets handled. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. That was Hemphill, as you said there, and Ryan Hall, I believe, was the other kart involved. That is going to be detrimental for them because they didn't get to the top of their speed. And it'll be interesting to see where they drop down the order. I have a feeling they will drop down pretty far in the order when it's all said and done here as we come over the hill and they come around. Let's see here how they are handling this final corner right now with those two karts sitting on the outside. They've already gotten the karts over the wall, so amazing work there from the track officials right there trackside to get those karts over the wall and get those drivers over the wall and to safety as they will sit here. We'll continue going through, and how far will their times fall is my question.
That's going to be the big question indeed as we watch these drivers work their way through. 1.5 minutes to go. These last few seconds left in qualifying. There's the 120 machine of Ruben Greer with Bo Stowers to help him push his way up to the front.
Some important help to get to the front. The question is, what can you do to capitalize on it here? A little bit of bump drafting being given here, a little bit of runs being given, and let's see what they do into the final corner. How do they handle this run? It looks like they're going to stick right bumper to bumper as they go along here down the front stretch. This will be the start of their final lap. Let's see as they cross the line. Greer will get to the top. Stowers will sit in second. 1 millisecond behind. Now that's impressive. And you know that they have to know that those two karts are off track there. That means that for them, they've gotta capitalize at this point.
They got Got to do it quick, too, because there is not a whole lot left as we see this final push coming for some of your front runners in the championship as they come through the final couple of corners, as they come up through the S's. Who's going to be able to make that extra push? Checkered flag is out in qualifying right here. This will conclude the action in this category before we get set for heat racing here as they come through the final corners. Big run coming from Ruben Greer and Bo Stowers. Who's going to be on the top step? We're about to find out as they come through the final corner across the line. Ruben Greer looking to go for another chance of a championship. Bo Stowers going to try to stop it, and it is going to go to Ruben Greer right now with the pole position, a 1 minute 98.6.
Third place, Anderson Hemphill, who was involved in that incident. Very, very lucky to get to stay in that position. Logan Pollock P4, Ryan Hall in 5th, and then it was Robbie No, wouldn't you know, in P6. Bo lasered his way into P7. Easton Bailey, Ryder Wentworth, Elias Younes, Bruno Herrera, and Liam 4 in P14 on the run. Only one lap completed for that 104. We're going to step aside here. When we come back, it's the last qualifying session before we go behind the paywall here to members only for heat racing. Don't go anywhere. 206 Juniors coming up.
Cat food marketing. $9.99 a month.
Dude, Caleb, wake up. Dude, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go. Come on. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so sorry. Xander had me in a cat food marketing meeting till like 2 a.m. last night.
Come on, man.
Do you have anything I can drink?
Dude, I got the perfect thing for you. Perico. It's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Perico, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, magnesium, B12, B6,
Yeah, it's good.
B5, biotin, and 0 sugar? Pericazo! Try Perico, made with natural ingredients, organic caffeine, and supports your metabolism. Try the new official energy drink of Kart Chaser.
Champions aren't just born on the kart track. At SimShop, we deliver professional-grade simulators with the best performance-to-price ratio in the industry. Founded by racers who understand what you need, our SimMagic and Moza equipment is powerful enough for the pros, yet affordable for everyone. With unmatched customer support and a thriving community, we're your racing partner. Visit simshop.com today.
Hey guys, I'm Chris G. I'm Kart Chaser's driver fitness coach, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to strengthen your shoulders for more endurance and better stability in the kart. Here we go. Okay, so exercise number 1 is the front rope pull-through cable raises. Okay, now this is the upright cable row. What you are doing here is you're picking a straight bar, as you see, and we're working the side areas of our shoulders, the medial. Exercise number 3, the dumbbell shrugs. As you guys can tell, I like to pause at the top before releasing. It's great for your strength, for that wheel stability. It's great for those shoulders and that upper back area. Chris G coaching, race-ready training that carries into real life. That's what we do here. See you on the next one.
Kyle, what are you doing?
It's got my new Greyhound seat.
You don't even have a cart.
Doesn't matter. I have a Greyhound.
Who the f is Kyle Cuthbertson? Doesn't even have a go-kart.
Doesn't matter.
Cuthbertson through on Turney. Turney in the dirt.
Karting isn't just speed. It's control, precision, freedom. At Atlanta Motorsports Park, Kart Freedom isn't just a team. It's where drivers are made.
And welcome back, everybody, here to Kart Chaser for the final qualifying session here of your afternoon. It's all Briggs, all afternoon here from Atlanta Motorsports Park for the Apex Karting Championship here. 206 Junior qualifying starting momentarily here as we're cleaning up from 206 Mini qualifying, where we had two of our front runners spin off in the final corner. Been a very clean weekend so far. That was one of the first incidents that we've actually seen here, Taylor. So it kind of caught me off guard. And also, it's at a corner I wasn't expecting, the final corner.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressive too. We weren't expecting a whole lot of chaos because of just how difficult this track is. But surprisingly, everyone's been running pretty cleanly and having a good showing of things. But curious to see how this juniors qualifying session will play out. A lot on the line in the championship as well for your Briggs Junior. Leighton Mole currently sits atop of the leaderboard over Jet Price and Richard Rosinski. Of course, the last time out, it was the driver of Ryder Thompson who ended up taking home the Briggs Junior win over in Jacksonville. And then, of course, last winner, Tyrone Kemper Jr., also collecting the season opener win back in December at NOLA. So, question is going to be, who could we have a third different winner? Or will we have one of our returning winners join us here for the finale here at AMP?
It's 50-50 shot, to be honest. That's kind of what I'm going to say to it. We'll see how it plays out here as cleanup is continuing along here for the 206 Mini qualifying here. That way 206 Junior can get their 6 minutes on track. And then as a reminder, after that, we go behind the paywall for members only here, unless you're trackside. If you're trackside, wave hello to your favorite camera. But if you are watching live on Kart Chaser, we go behind the paywall for $9.99 a month on Android or PC. Or if you decide to sign up on Apple, which we don't recommend, just remember you pay a tax for that. So if you do that, it's $12.99 a month to go through, and it doesn't do anything to help us out here. But if you want to see it live, make sure you sign up to be a member here. Kart's going out on track for Briggs Jr., the final session of the day of qualifying. And right now, 21 karts are out. We'll see if any more decide to take to the fray. I see a few more pulling out of the pits now, so let's make that 24 karts in Junior. 12 to 15-year-olds, 320-pound kart and driver combined minimum weight. This should be a fun one, Taylor.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this one here. We have a lot of the drivers who we saw in the KA Junior races this morning showing up here to put on a good show. And then, of course, some of our returning favorites in the championship. In fact, Richard Rosinski, who's third in the championship, is out on the track in his number 807 machine, as we'll work our way around the circuit to see who will set the fastest lap here on the opening run as they come out of the final corner. Double Ear, Frey, Rosinski, Beck and company all coming down the start-finish line to start their first flying lap.
First flying laps coming through, and right now Ben Beck is showing fastest. But again, remember, they come out onto the track straight onto the front stretch. No speed, no momentum. So these first laps are not really that representative usually. So we'll see, especially in 206 Junior, I would expect this to close down quite a bit in terms of pace and time for some of these front runners as they go along through the run down the hill, up the hill, into the double left-hander we go, into the S, and let's see here what we can get out of these front karts as they go through as well. Laney Thigpen into the 103s here, 103.7 on the first time of viewing of this circuit for the afternoon. Let's see here as we come through the final few corners. Do the karts at the front, who have now gotten a full true flying lap under their belt, have anything to respond with here? And let's see, because this is, again, I've said it here a couple times, and I'm going to say it one more time. I think really your second or third lap is going to be the most representative of your pace here. Evan Frey, 102.094, 2 milliseconds behind is Riley Doublier with a 102.096.
Couple of other movers who have worked their way through. Jet Price to the top of the leaderboard with a 101.97, the first one to break into the 101 bracket. And now as they work their way across, Kai Mars to the top takes over the pole position. Lane Thigpen also moves up to second with Bowen Green in third.
So time's continuing to come down as we expected. As we continue along, we'll take a look here and see what happens. This is going to be one of those that I think it's going to be exciting to watch. And again, as we ride with the drone, this gives you the true sense of pace of how close these karts are battling, how fast they are going. So that would be one of the things to really watch going through is, you know, remember when you're bumper to bumper like that, the slipstream helps. A little bit of bump draft can make a difference. And again, as we see this entire track continuing to speed up, Dablier through, Frey, Cataldo is through. So times are going to continue to drop, more karts into the 101s. I'm going to say we're still going to probably see a few tenths come through.
I would have to say two, at least. Maybe 101.5s, I would have to say possibly, before this is all said and done in qualifying, as we watch a couple of more drivers. Just as I say that, how about some 101.2s with Bowen Green taking the top step of the pole position right now. Lane Thigpen moves up to second. Kai Mars still holds third position here in these closing minutes as they come around to see who can get that pole position. These drivers here, the 881 machine of Dablier, next to come around to set his time in qualifying.
More times coming across here as they cross the line. Let's see where they land themselves through. And Dablier through with a 1:02.1. So that was the fourth lap of the circuit. And now the time starting to slightly drop back there because that was a little bit off the pace from Dablier's best time. So for the first time ever, can I say that I was right on a prediction for how the drivers and the track is handling since it's warming up so much? Because that is what's really been exciting here to watch running through. Watch on board here as we go. Here's a dive down the inside. Look at this, a good pass down the inside. Hard on the brakes, 2 for 1. Again, this is still qualifying, and there was a bump coming through, sliding sideways here. 54 seconds left to go. Again, this is not the race, this is qualifying, but again, qualifying doesn't award points, racing does. So if you can get a little bit of practice for the race now, you might as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we don't start giving out the points till the first heat race later on this afternoon, which will be, of course, they'll be the last for both of them. So they're going to be experiencing some significant weather changes as we progress further and further this afternoon here as they come around for their final lap in qualifying here. Still Bowen Green with a 1:01.20, your fastest himself. Lane Thigpen and Kai Mars, all of them have about a 0.4 of a second gap over Riley Dablier and company.
I know I said this earlier, I'm going to say it again here this afternoon as we're in a fresh set of sessions. Remember, we do not enforce track limits on the outside of corners. It's only if you cut the inside of the corner that track limits will be enforced by race officials. So I say that because there's several corners here, especially turn 3, the bottom of the hill, past the start-finish line, and this final corner where if you run things wide, you can carry a bit more pace and a bit more momentum right there. You know, you don't necessarily have to stay in all 4 tires inside of the curb. You can let it walk out a little bit and run. So I'll be curious to see if any drivers decide to do that through the day here. Checkered flag out. Hurtado, Renzinski, Beck, Smith, Sivakumar, Dragunov, Dablier, and Frey are over the line. They have not improved. Can anyone else find times to improve right now?
I'm looking to see. So far, no one else has been able to improve as far as anyone in the top 10. Here comes your pole sitter across the line, and he does not improve. He's close. Himself and Lane Thigpen were close to their faster times, but not enough to beat their pole time and second position time. So Bowen Green will start on the pole for our heat race today.
It's going to be a wild afternoon of heat races here. There are 2 heats this afternoon, 7 minutes plus 2 laps, each identical to what we ran this morning and identical as to what we did this morning. We are going to go to members only streaming here. So again, this is one of your last opportunities as we say hello to all of the drivers. That is Bowen Green, your pole sitter here. You see the thumbs up, the wave. I don't know if he's aware he's the pole sitter, but surely the drone on you has to give you an idea. So if you want to see how Bowen goes in the heats, make sure you join the Kart Chaser membership, $9.99 a month for all the best racing. And what a better weekend than this weekend to join when we've got three events going on at once here, triple header here at Kart Chaser, keeping us busy, and we absolutely love it. It's spring, racing is here, and we hope you join us. We're going to step back into the members only stream. When we come back, it's going to be time for 206 Masters Heat.
Karting isn't just speed. It's control, precision, freedom. At Atlanta Motorsports Park, Kart Freedom isn't just a team. It's where drivers are made.
You know, I'm really starting to like this go-karting thing.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, can I show you this cute dress I just got?
Yes, of course. Oh my goodness, it's so cute.
I just love shopping.
I love shopping too.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, do you guys say you like shopping?
Of course.
Well, dude, I have the perfect place to do that at. ShopPayKara.com. At ShopPayKara.com, you can get free shipping on orders $200 or more. You can get anything you want, like MXC rims, gloves, rib vests, shoes, anything that you need, all at ShopPayKara.com.
Who is he talking to?
No idea.
But we're gonna have to check it out. Sounds like a great deal.
Sure does.
Cat food marketing. $9.99 a month.
Dude, Caleb, wake up. Dude, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go, come on. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so sorry. Xander had me in a cat food marketing meeting till like 2 a.m. last night.
Come on, man.
Do you have anything I can drink?
Dude, I got the perfect thing for you. Perico, it's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Perico, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, magnesium, B12, B6,
Yeah, it's good.
B5, biotin, and zero sugar? Pericazo! Try Perico, made with natural ingredients, organic caffeine, and supports your metabolism. Try the new official energy drink of Kart Chaser.